Hello and welcome to this edition of Diaspora Central SpotLight. I am Gil Ingles, and with me in the studio today we have a young lady that is definitely starting to make sure that the airwaves of Houston, Texas, or of the Gulf region of the United States of America do reflect her sound, her creativity, her vocals. XANDi, welcome to Diaspora Central.
Yes, thank you for that intro. I'm happy to be here.
Indeed, it's official now, and you're definitely official.
Yes.
Yeah?
For sure.
So tell us a little bit about you, huh?
Yeah, I'm from Houston, Texas. I grew up in Pearland, Texas.
Yeah.
Graduated from Dawson High School, and I have been singing my entire life.
Wow.
I went to Howard University, graduated from Howard University.
All right, let's pump the brakes right there. Hold on a
Yes.
second. Wait a minute, because you know the DC is home for me. So when you say Howard University, it's like, okay, you're
Yes.
talking home now.
Yes, that's around the corner.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. So
How did you like Howard?
I liked Howard. I missed home a lot. I'll say that. Like I love Houston more, but that's where I'm from. So I'm, you love where you're from the most. But I definitely, I loved Howard. I love the Howard culture. I'm proud to be from Howard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I loved being there.
So you a Howard alumni.
Yes, I am. I graduated from the Kathy Hughes School of Communications.
Oh wow.
Yep,
Okay.
television and
Real
film
name.
degree.
Yeah, real names. That's Radio 1.
Yes, exactly. That's Radio 1, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's big. That's big.
Indeed. Well, that's did you get a chance to meet Kathy Hughes?
Never got a chance to meet Kathy Hughes, but before I transferred over to the communications building, I was in the School of Fine Arts.
Okay.
And which is now the Chadwick Boseman School of Fine Arts. But so I've had a master class with Felicia Rashad in a room this small.
Yeah.
So I've done other stuff, but I haven't gotten a chance to meet Kathy Hughes yet.
Yeah. Felicia Rashad what's his name? The actor
Anthony Anderson.
Yeah, Anthony Anderson. A lot of those
Taraji
guys,
P.
they
Henson.
do a lot of stuff at Howard University. As a matter of fact, they really support the fine arts at that school.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The fine arts community is very huge there and very supportive.
And a lot of great talent comes out of that school also.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How difficult was it to get into their program?
It wasn't too difficult because I was pretty focused in high school. And the good thing about my resume, like I was the co-chair of the African American Culture Club at my school.
Okay.
I was in theater, choir. I did a lot of stuff.
Oh, wow.
So that
So-
also looked good on my, transcript.
So you're not just a singer, songwriter. You're just not a vocalist. You're really a triple threat.
Yes,
Yeah?
Even
Okay.
at Howard, I did pageants at Howard. I was Miss College All South and then Miss Residence Life.
Wow.
So I did pageants at Howard. So
Okay.
I've definitely been always involved in anything arts, anything creative, stuff like that.
Yeah. So what was part of the social? Well, I guess so. Modeling then is also something that you definitely kind of do a bit of. I
don't really
on
model.
pageants,
Well,
you kind of
pageants-
model certain things. Although there's a social cause normally behind it.
Definitely. Well, see,
Yeah.
at Howard, since it was over the housing department, I was actually like when I won Miss College Hall South, I was over the College Hall South, just
Gotcha.
making sure that their needs were taken care of. And then when I was Miss Residence Life,
Yeah.
I was over all the residents.
Gotcha.
So I had to have a platform which was always mental health. And so, it was a little bit more, but I would want to get into modeling. I'm just so short, so I just have never tapped into
Well,
that.
I mean, remember some of those standards they so antiquated today, right? Because
Yes.
at one point your body needed to look a specific way, and you needed to have these specific features. And today we're figuring out that really the beauty is in what you kind of see, and is really in the eyes of the beholder, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the truth about beauty is now, and the concept of beauty now has changed so much.
Yes.
That it's kind of crazy to put any sort of box around it.
It is.
right?
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely. I agree with that. I really do.
Yeah, but let's get a little bit into your background, because I mean, of course, for someone who is being that focused, for someone who's being able to achieve so much at such a young age, you had to have a very strong background, parents or family or school, something had to kind of help guide you to where you are right now. So let's kind of roll this tape a bit back and start right on your background, right? So were you born in Houston, Texas?
Yes, I was born in Houston. Like I said, I grew up in Pearland, Texas. It's a suburb outside of Houston.
Yeah.
It started off predominantly white, and that definitely has a lot to do with my upbringing.
Gotcha.
But then slowly but surely, it's the black presence. The black presence in Pearland, it has grown.
Gotcha.
And like by high school, most of my friends were black, and it didn't start off that way.
Yeah.
So definitely have had white influence in my life, but I've always known I was black, always loved being black. I've also been around my like I grew up around my village.
Okay.
So I never lost too much sight of my blackness. It was always moments like, oh, I want to wear my hair down like her. It was always those moments.
Yeah.
But I definitely went back to my roots.
But let's talk about the village a little bit. Mom, pops.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can mention names if you want to.
Of
This is
course.
your opportunity to kind of give them the shout out and the thanks for making sure that you are straight, right?
No, facts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Here, I'll put it right here.
Yeah.
So so definitely my mom, dad, my auntie Jody, she stepped in. My dad's mom passed away when I was 3.
Okay.
So she's always stepped in as my grandmother.
Gotcha.
And she helped raise us along with my mom's mom, my other grandmother. I like my aunts, my auntie Camilla, auntie Cheryl, auntie Elena. I mean, like I literally, the list goes on and on.
So you pretty much had the whole tribe really surrounding you.
Yeah.
So guidance was never a problem.
No, my dad's grandmother, so my great grandmother had 14 kids.
Okay.
I mean 17 kids, 14 of her own.
Wow.
And then my other great grandmother that she had a lot of kids too. So, it was just a big, everybody's always looking out for everybody in my family.
Yeah. So very close, cozy family. Now, singing and entertainment, is that something that already someone does in the family? Did it start with you? What's the deal?
Yeah, no, this is definitely a gift from God.
Yeah.
The only other person that's musically inclined in my family is my grandpa, so my mom's dad.
Okay.
He plays the saxophone, and his son, my uncle, he can sing, like really sing. He's never done anything with it, but he can really sing, and he can play the piano. But that's it. Like that's it.
Yeah.
So
and of course now they have you.
yes, definitely.
Yeah. Now you sing, you dance.
I do it. So since I was a musical theater major, I definitely have acting and dance training. I don't pride myself on being a dancer. I probably
Got you.
My skill set is definitely singing, writing, and then probably acting and dancing.
Dancing, okay.
But I could put on
You
a
can
show.
hold your own.
Yeah, definitely.
You can hold your own.
Yeah.
You can follow your troupe and kind of keep up with them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You make them look good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because of course they also make you look good.
Absolutely.
But making that decision to actually become a professional in music, how old were you when you determined that you were going to be a singer?
Yeah, I was probably about I skipped around from wanting to be a doctor, like an artist that draws, and a couple a lawyer, and then a psychiatrist. So I bounced around from a lot of stuff. But once I got to high school, I was definitely, because that's when I started recording music and people actually started listening to it and liking it, and that felt amazing. So I was like, nah, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. And then that kind of transferred over into I want to be on Broadway. Gotcha. And that's why I went into musical theater. Yeah. Then by the time I was in college, sophomore year, I was like, nah, back to my artistry. I was always still doing music, but I was like Broadway. But then I was like, nah, no Broadway. Okay,
so then you don't really start writing until you get into college, or prior you were already writing?
Oh no, I've been writing I've been writing forever. Like I've always written. Okay. So that I could probably date that back. I was writing songs when I was like in 5th grade.
Oh,
Fifth
really?
grade for sure.
That young.
Yes. Yes.
That's about 10 years old, 10 years old, right?
Yes, I actually have a rap. That's why I'm smiling. I'm not gonna do the rap.
No,
but
you got no. You know that here at Diaspora Central, we don't let that just slide like that. You definitely you gotta give us at least a couple of bars, right? At least a couple of bars on that, so that we can kind of make sure that we kind of want to feel where were you at age 10, right? And maybe you can take us into a break into our first break with that rap, because after that we're gonna go into one of your music videos. Can we do that?
Okay, that's fine. I have no shame. This is when I was in 5th grade, but I do remember it.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was a rap.
Give that to us.
It was, don't mess with me because I'm a straight up G. Even Ray Charles could see because I'm better than you. Don't even act like you don't have no clue. And if you touch me, I'm a sue. And you don't even think a cow can moo.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very braggadocious, too.
I was definitely bragging back then, but it was because we were doing a rap battle and we had like 10 minutes to go right. And like that, I just never forgot that. And so that was for a rap battle.
Wow.
Yeah, that's probably like one of my first times like writing a rap or writing anything.
No, which is kind of pretty hot. But guess what? Now that kind of gave you the stool to get to where you are right now, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, that was the stepping stool to where you are right now, and you're definitely doing great things. And Houston is appreciating you. I mean, come on,
you.
Yeah, you blowing up the FM radio. You're about to break the internet. You going places, right?
Thank you.
We're trying to make sure that you become the next Grammy that Houston needs to pick up, right?
I appreciate that.
Let's make this debut be the biggest thing that Houston can see in the last few years. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of your previous videos and go ahead and introduce any of your videos to us.
All right. Which one you want to watch?
It's up to you. Just let us know one and we'll definitely put it through.
Yeah, let's start with What's the Move.
All right, so let's go ahead and go with What's the Move?
What's the Move?
What's the Move by XANDi right here on Diaspora Central Spotlight. We'll be right back.
I reminisce of your perfect face, just to see you smile. I'll go all the way. Kiss your lips, and you know I can't get enough, baby. Miss when we vibe, can't fight what's inside. What's the move for me and you? It's on you, what you wanna do. Let me know and I'll come through. What's the move for me and you? It's on you, what you wanna do. So please don't waste my time. For me and you, it's on you, what you wanna do. Let me know and I'll come through. What's the move, boy? Move, boy. It's on you, what you wanna do. So please don't waste my.
And we are back. For those of you that have just joined us, you're now tuned into Diaspora Central Spotlight with Gil Ingles, and my guest today is XANDi. Yes, the official. Yes, that's the author of What's the Move. Let's talk a little bit about that video. Let's start with the song. Who produced it?
Don't put me on the spot like that.
Come on.
No, actually though, the producers of What's the Move, it's actually like they have some plaques. I just didn't meet them. The beat was already made, so I don't want to say who I think it is because it. But anyway, they have some.
You don't remember exactly.
I don't remember exactly.
I put you on the spot.
Yeah, no, but I will say it was mixed and mastered by my manager Jay Lacey.
Okay.
He mixes and masters for T Grizzly, Erica Banks, just great stars like that.
So you got real names. You got folks with real placements behind you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You got a real team there. This is not a joke.
Yeah.
This is not a game at all.
Yeah. I think the name is Playing Skills.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Playing Skills because I'm pretty sure. But it got some powerhouses behind it. It's a good record.
Yeah, during the break we're gonna go ahead and check it out to make sure that we got the name straight so that you credit the correct people. But
absolutely.
But how difficult was it to get with them?
It was, well, You know, my manager really made that transition and that ride real smooth for me.
Okay.
You know, we just pulled up in Dallas, and we just made the magic happen. And then when we got back to, so we recorded it there.
Yeah.
But when we got back to Houston, we went back and perfected stuff and
Got you.
reworked some stuff.
Yeah.
And we really just made magic with that one. That was like the first record I did with my manager, and it was really solid.
Yeah. Now, what led you to the transition from being an artist without management into actually having management? I guess prior, when you first started your career, was anyone managing you? Like
no,
parent
well, I would
or
say
a
definitely
friend
my
or anybody?
parents.
Your parents were managing
And I
you.
had one shady manager. I'm not gonna say his name, but I had a shady manager before I had this manager, and then definitely the benefit to me having a manager and having a team is just structure and just like somebody to help you create a clear vision for your artistry, and then just having somebody that's like that knows what they're talking about, that's been there, done that,
Right.
And so that really helps. And somebody that's like looking out for your best interests for sure.
Yeah, but you know one thing though, without at least a shady anything in your process, you don't get the you don't get the
It was
thick
definitely
skin,
earned
so
for
you
me.
need that. Yeah.
Because I kept saying for a long time, I was like, dang, I just need a manager. Like I need somebody to really guide me and help me, and I got that, and he was not what I thought it would be.
Right.
So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let me go back to the drawing board and just correct my music and just go back on my music and fix that.
There you go.
And then God was able to bring in somebody that was
Actually-
really there to help me.
he's
So
adding
I'm very
value.
appreciative
Yeah.
of that. I'm appreciative of the shady one too. It's all good.
Indeed, yeah, it's part of the process. That's part of the
Definitely.
growth process, because sometimes without them coming through, we don't have the need to go and look for something better, right? Yeah, we
Exactly.
can just stay where we are. But anyway, so now let's talk about the video. Who produced the video? Who directed it? Who produced it? Who did you work with on the video?
It was David Wynn. I think my manager is in here, so
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But no, he's crazy. Like he really, we had a snake in that video.
Yeah.
We had real life birds. That video was, so the concept was Adam and Eve concept. He came
Yeah.
up with the concept, and I kind of just showed up and just played my part, but it was an awesome experience.
Yeah, no, definitely fire, and it shows, right? It shows. Now, one of the things that's probably the first like real video that you do for yourself as an artist, right? As a pro, was there a lot of pressure going on?
For the video.
Yeah, I mean, did you have a lot of pressure on you? Like, did you feel a lot of pressure? Did you feel like, oh, gracious?
Yeah, definitely, because we wanted that video and that song to pop. Like it was our first time doing something together. My first time really getting back in the music game since COVID and since being at Howard. I was doing a lot at Howard as far as music.
Yeah.
But once COVID happened, everybody kind of fell off.
Yeah.
So we wanted to go out with a bang. So it was a little bit of pressure to make sure that I was presented in the right way for sure on my end, but I didn't need to have any pressure on me because it ended up being good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you had the right team around you. Now, who did the styling and your wardrobe and all that?
See, now that I don't know because I usually do know, but for that one, David had his own team.
Got
like when
you.
I say like from the
From
people
the
that's
stylist to
the people that's holding the dollies, like
Right.
to everything. It
So-
was his personal own team.
Okay, so the
they
video
came as a
video
package.
company brought everybody that they needed
Yes,
to. Okay,
Ox
so
Pictures.
which is normally Ox Pictures. Okay, yeah, which is normally the right way of doing, or one of the right
Yeah.
ways of doing things, because that takes a lot of pressure also from the artist. So the
Yeah,
artist doesn't have to
definitely.
worry about who's gonna come. Yeah, but you also had to be very trusting, because all of a sudden you gotta get somebody that never did your makeup to actually.
Yeah,
right?
that was definitely a new experience for me, and then that's why. And it was just a matter of like I knew that was gonna happen because since I did just come home from COVID, I have to rebuild my own team. You
Yeah.
know, so I have to like it was gonna be a lot of trial and error.
Got you.
Like, can
Yeah.
this person do my makeup? Can this person do my hair?
Yeah.
And so now I feel like I have the perfect team when it comes to that. It's
Got
just
you.
me getting on their schedule because they are popping, and
Yeah.
it's just they got
Yeah,
a
they
lot
stay
going on
busy.
as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, which is
exactly.
which is a good thing. But I tell you what, the greatest lesson out of everything that you just mentioned in regards to that is you being willing to go through that experience, right?
Yeah.
Not being afraid of trying and not being afraid of failing if necessary.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So you definitely have been out there now for approximately 3 years, let's say, two-ish.
I would say I started dropping music when I was 15, and although my streams aren't nearly as big as they were, I was getting 20,000 listens on songs back then. So I would say,
okay,
you go ahead.
No. I'll let you finish.
I was gonna say, so I would say I've been on the music scene in totality about 8 years. That's not saying me just singing around.
Got you, yeah.
Me putting out music, performing, 8 years.
So trying to get in the game.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Now, okay, so as of right now, in the last 3 years, it feels like you have definitely solidified your presence in the industry, because now you are a name that actually is a name to reckon with. Is someone that has got a presence. Is someone someone that the FM airwaves know. Right? Because it's one thing, you can stream as much as you want to stream, but when you really start popping on the FM radio, now you definitely creating a different vibe,
That's
right?
Millions of people that can or are listening.
Indeed,
you know,
indeed.
It's that felt amazing. I'm like, it's probably somebody grandma listening to this and probably like, oh, okay, okay.
And what I was trying to go is the following place. What was your reaction like when you released your last body of work and you heard it on the radio? What did it feel like?
It really felt like it was just such a moment for me, like a moment that I won't ever forget, a moment that I will document in every way. It just felt so good because it's like, dang, like I grew up listening to the radio. Like, you know, like now kids, like all they know is Bluetooth and plug in your phone. But I grew up hearing songs debut on the radio, hearing, you know, hit singles on the radio, watching songs become hits because of the radio. So it just made me feel amazing. It really did. It made me feel like I was one step closer to where I really am trying to get.
There you go. And that's always a great feeling, because at the end of the day, guess what? That's a sense of gratification that you can only get if you work hard enough to get it, right? And it's pure, it's organic. It's not you can't make that kind of stuff up.
Nah.
Were you at home? Were you driving? Did someone call you and tell you, hey, the song is on the radio? Or were you
I was
listening?
in the car.
You were in the car?
Yeah, and my manager gave me a call.
Oh, wow.
I had to pull over.
You pulled over?
Yeah.
Did you do a dance?
It was kind of like a, hey, like, I was like screaming. It was cool. It was definitely cool. It's actually on my Instagram, the moment of me hearing that.
Got you. No, and that is definitely good. But let's go ahead and people love our conversation, but they definitely like to look at your work a lot better than listening to me just talk. So let's go ahead and go into another video of yours. Go ahead and set one up.
Yeah, so the next song is Genie. Let me know what y'all think about that one.
All right, so let's go into Genie by XANDi right here on Diaspora Central Spotlight with Gil Ingles. Don't miss it. Stay tuned. Lock it.
You all my love tonight. I don't wanna fight. Just treat me right. 'Cause I don't wanna give you up. That's right. Your wish is my command. As long as you're mine. You make me say, oh, 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 got me saying, oh, oh, your wish is my command, as long as you're my man. No need to apologize, I didn't let it go. I just hope you know we can leave the past in the past, or we can take it slow, or we can speed it up, whatever makes you comfortable. You show me that you are with me, and I will try to be loyal.
And we are back. For those of you that just joined us, you now tuned into the Diaspora Central Spotlight with Gil Ingles, and our guest is XANDi. Yes, the official XANDi is in the building. Diaspora, stand up, because Houston is well represented. And XANDi,
I'm in the building.
You
Here
are
I
in the
am.
building.
Yes.
You are here.
Yes, y'all just watched Genie.
Yeah, there was Genie. Let's talk a little bit about it. Who produced it, and give us a bit of details.
Yeah, so for the video, it was shot by Trill Art.
Okay.
He's out of Port Arthur, and he's a great director, a great everything. Like he did his thing. He also brought his team in, but the team that he ended up bringing are people that I still work with to this day, and I'm gonna still work with him. So yeah, he did his thing with that for sure.
So one of the interesting things that I'm noticing, and I don't know, just by hearing you, it looks like you kind of pretty much keep anyone that.
Like I mean,
anyone that delivers.
Yeah, that's a quality I've picked up from my mom. Like if they're doing their job, if they're doing what they're supposed to do. Right. Why, keep them around, you know? So I don't ever, but if you're not, we ain't got to burn a bridge, or I ain't got to talk down to you. I'm just going to find somebody else that
there
can
you
do
go.
it.
Now, one question. Are you kind of bossy?
Yes, I can be a little bossy. I'm not even going to lie, especially when I'm under pressure.
You can be a little.
Just a little. I try to be as pleasant as I can be in like every situation.
Yeah. You make sure that whatever needs to be taken care of is taken care of.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You just don't let things kind of go, because
you got to have some type of control, especially when you paying people and things are getting paid for. Like can't just stuff can't be willy-nilly.
And that can be pretty expensive if you just let it run by. Now the production of the song, who did the production?
That was actually a beat. So I'm one of those artists that likes YouTube beats.
Got you.
How people will just post there. So that person I found, we did the contract with him and paid him and everything. Yeah. But he had a couple other beats that I've liked, but this is just the first one I've used by him. So I do not know his name, but he's definitely credited. But I'm trying to steer away from YouTube beats because I like to be able to, hey, let me shake your hand. Right. Let me know who I'm.
Let's kind of
because it's a business thing.
Exactly. And guess what though? But you're getting to that point where you can definitely do that, because now now you can start going to the studio, sit down, bring in the production crew kind of vibe and get your vibe and start to create your sound the way you want it, right? And even I mean, that's when you start to get your credits also on the actual production of the song, not just on the vocal production.
Right. And like me and my manager, we cooked something up, I think like 2 days ago, and just straight up just in the studio, just us. And I think that's a better vibe,
Gotcha.
Putting a face to the name, a name to the face. That's always best
so he plays also?
Oh yeah. He sings, he plays. Okay. I don't know if he plays any instrument other than the piano, but I know he's very talented musically.
And that's normally what's necessary. Who does your vocals arrangement? Who arranges your vocals normally? You do it?
That's me. Yeah.
Now, were you vocally trained to? And when I say vocally trained, are you a trained vocalist? In other words,
absolutely.
Either classic music and
absolutely,
et cetera,
yes.
Right? Lyrical. Okay, so
I have classical training. I can read music. I understand how the body works and how you breathe, and when you sing, how you should sit. I know a lot. To answer your question, most definitely.
And my follow-up question is, how important do you think that is for a lot of these new singers coming out? Because a lot of people think that, you just get up and feel pretty and sit down, and as long as you're pretty, you just open your mouth and people gonna eat anyway.
It's so important because preparation is key, and just like the throat, the vocal cords, it's a muscle. It's something that should not be taken for granted, especially if you're a singer. And sometimes I even take it for granted. But I see a lot of artists and stuff that'll, I don't understand how people could perform or sing drunk or intoxicated, because that just, if you think about it, just in the anatomy, it dries out your vocal cords.
Definitely.
So I think it's a good plus to know how the body works, to know how your lungs open up, how you if you should be using a humidifier. This is all things that are gonna provide longevity in your career. Indeed. Because if not, that's how Beyonce can sing, and Mariah Carey can still hit those notes because they know how to take care of their voice. So.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to take care of yourself. You got to ensure that you are at your peak, right? At your best when you take that stage. Now, you have a lot going on lately. Give us a little bit of what's happening, what's up and coming.
Yeah, of course. So the deluxe should be finished by next week of Girl Talk. Okay. Me and my manager have been working super hard to get that together. So it's gonna have a whole different sound, different vibe, different kind of. It's gonna be a deluxe for sure. It won't sound like the same thing. It's gonna sound different.
Yeah.
And then also you could look out for more episodes of my podcast, Girl Talk.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that started back up pretty soon as well.
Give us more details so that people can go ahead and follow where they can go and check it out. I mean, you only do the podcast, you also do video for it.
It's a video podcast.
Okay, so
you
have a video podcast. Okay, what's the YouTube channel?
Yeah, the first episode is already up. It's already on it's just on my regular YouTube channel, XANDi.
Okay.
So just type in XANDi, my artist thing will pop up.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the first episode where we were talking about what girl code is. It's a super funny episode and pretty raw and uncut.
Yeah. There you go.
And it's basically just a show about like the project is called Girl Talk, right? So it's basically literally you're taking a dive into not only the minds, I don't want to just say girls, but femme energy in general.
Gotcha.
So older women, younger women. I even want to interview some little girls and just very fun, very playful, very light. Yeah. And so just anything that it'll definitely brighten your day when you watch it. That's the goal. So that's my podcast. Y'all can be on the lookout for that.
There you go. And the YouTube channel is XANDi.
Yes.
Right. And for those of you that don't know how to spell XANDi, go ahead and spell it for them.
Yes, it is XANDi, and that's how you can find me on social media as well. My Instagram is XANDi Official, XANDi Official. My Twitter is official XANDi _ official XANDi _ and Girl Talk is out now. It's on all streaming platforms, and if you want to find my artist page on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, just type in XANDi. You will see this face.
There you go.
And you will see my music.
Yep. And always pretty. It's still pretty and sings pretty.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely solid vocals, solid lyrics. You know what? You're very well accomplished. And
Thank you.
And we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to come and share these few minutes with us.
Of course.
Right? Yeah.
No, this was great. I'm so happy we were able to make this work and I was able to come back.
Listen, this is home for you. Anytime you need to come by or anytime you got anything going on, just go ahead and give us a buzz. Just say, hey, Gil, I got something going on. What can you do? And we'll definitely try to accommodate you.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, that's what it is all about. It's about making sure that the diaspora is well represented so that we can compete on a global scale without any problems, right?
Yes, absolutely. I love what y'all are doing.
Thank you very much. Now, any plans to go overseas and take some of those gigs?
I would love to. I ain't going to Russia, though.
No? Okay.
No.
But if you do go, which country do you want to go to first in Africa?
In Africa. I would love to go to South Africa. Nigeria.
Egypt. Okay. Okay. So you got Southern Africa. You got West Africa. You got North Africa. Okay.
Yeah.
You need one in East Africa. Ethiopia. I recommend
would love to go to Ethiopia.
Yeah, I recommend Ethiopia.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I was supposed to actually go to Africa last December.
Okay.
But the trip got canceled because it was something with the borders or something we couldn't go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
what country were you going to go visit?
South Africa.
South Africa,
yes,
okay.
It was I was supposed to actually perform out there.
Wow.
One of my mom's friends, she was supposed to have an event out there. It was supposed to be a big thing. I was really excited, but we ended up having to cancel it. So.
Yeah, that's pretty much the home of Afro House and the home of Amampiano, right? The second home of Amampiano, because that's become basically the Southern African sound that is now taking over the airwaves for everyone. Yeah, any shout outs that you would like to give?
Yes. Yeah. Shout out Lacemo. Shout out my parents, Afni and Aaron. Shout out to the Spot Ito, the Spot Third Ward. Those are their businesses, their bars. So let me plug y'all on that.
Yeah, go on.
If y'all are in the Third Ward area or the East Downtown area, it is called the Spot Ito in the Spot Third Ward. Go get you a drink, happy hour, go relax, have some fun. Shout out to my family. Shout out to Pat right here. I got him in here with me with my dog Max. Shout out to all of y'all and just thank you for having me.
Oh no, definitely our pleasure. And remember, this is home for you. You can come back anytime you want to because without you, there is no us.
Okay.
Right? And if you don't look good, we don't look good.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, XANDi, it's been a great pleasure. All right, so let's go ahead and go out on another one of you. Do you have another video that you can show us? Or
why don't y'all do Bear? That's a throwback. B-A-R-E, Bear.
All right, so let's go into Bear, right, by XANDi. And for those of you that joined us, remember, it's been a great pleasure having you with us. And keep in mind, Persistency is everything.
Absolutely.
And you gotta go for what you believe, for what you want, and foremost, for what makes you happy. As long as you don't hurt anybody else. Until next time, peace.
Swim in my ocean, don't play around with me. Only come up to breathe. Please take your time. You know what I like to do. And if you do it right, I just might give you my all. Everything you wanted, everything you need and more. Take your time with me, do it right for me. See what's inside of me, take pride in me. Hold tight to me, stay up all night for me. Stretch it out wide for me, stay inside of me. I want you to drown in it, lock it down for me. Fuck it up for me, don't rush with me. Take your time, take your